Bro, what did I just read? Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat arrested in a gambling and cheating scandal tied to organized crime today. The NBA's integrity, where is it? I'll tell you where it is. It's in a dumpster fire next to the New York Jets and Woody Johnson's organization. This is the biggest cheating scandal since the Black Sox. This ain't some random player, okay, caught cheating on DraftKings. We're talking about a head coach and a current player allegedly tied to a ring using rigged poker games, insider info, and possibly even manipulating prop bets. Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot now, allegedly part of an illegal poker operation. And Terry Rozier, he's accused of leaking team info to bettors and maybe even tweaking his performance to cash in on prop bets. As soon as they let professional gambling into the NBA and into gambling into sports, this was them signing their death warrant. Why do you think there was no gambling on sports? Why do you think they made it illegal in the 20s? Why do you think the only thing that you could take action on until recently was horses? Because you can't manipulate horses with money. You can't intimidate horses with pain like the mob can do. So now you have a head coach of the NBA. You have a current player of the NBA shaving points, shaving time, shaving prop bets. Now these dumbasses think that they're going to outthink the algorithms of the NBA and Major League Baseball. They have another thing coming. But if you don't think that professional sports is rigged now, then you have another thing coming. Because the NFL isn't even trying to hide it anymore with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions and the Saints game, and you can go back. Now think about the history of the NBA and the NFL and all those questionable calls and what it really comes down to. Is it gambling? I've said on this show before, what stops the NFL owners and the NBA owners for all getting on the same page during the offseason meetings? They all get assigned one game that they're going to lose during the regular season. They place a bet on it, and they make their concessions money for the stadium in one felt swoop and one bet. You don't think that these rich elite owners and guys that have inside information, whether they're trainers, whether they're head coaches, whoever it is, if they have inside information, whether a guy has the flu, whether he's arguing with his girlfriend, he's not feeling it tonight, you can bet on their time of possession. You can bet on how many minutes they're going to play. You can bet on how many points they're going to score. So if you know a dude has the flu and you're the trainer and you just wrapped up his ankle and know that he can't play tonight, you're going to take the under on his points for the game and you're going to make a boatload. But what happens, like any other criminal, they get greedy and they think that they can outsmart the cops. But what happened today? Nope. Chauncey Billups got busted by the FBI. Cash Patel, I woke up to the goddamn Twilight Zone today. Cash Patel was doing a press conference on the NBA and cheating scandal. Now, you got to go back to Tim Donaghy, okay? Now, remember this, the ref who bet on his own games back in 2007, the league almost burned down over that. And I've been a huge advocate of saying that Michael Jordan left the NBA and went to go play baseball because he was gambling on the NBA, folks. Yep, I'm telling you right now, Michael Jordan left basketball because he was caught gambling on the game. And instead of ruin the NBA with their poster child, Michael Jordan, they gave him a low-key suspension, told him to go play baseball and say that you didn't love basketball anymore after your father was killed. And also, allegedly, there was ties to Michael Jordan's father on the side of the road being killed changing his tire by organized crime. This is going to open up the door and open up a can of worms that the NBA might not recover from, guys. I hear them talking about integrity and all this. No. The NBA and professional sports have created a Frankenstein. Now they've created this monster. It has woken up and it has killed the neighborhood. It has burnt the neighborhood down. And now all of the integrity of all major league sports is in question. And now it's not even in question right now. It's in question over the whole history that I've been watching sports. But as soon as the fantasy football came in the door, that was the start of it. Guys were even trying to manipulate their stats with heavy fantasy football. Guys putting tens of thousands of dollars to get into fantasy football. Even professional athletes gambling on themselves in fantasy games. That's where it started. Now you're inundated with gambling. You have young kids taking out their grandparents' social security numbers to open up FanDuel and all these gambling accounts and sites. There's this one kid on Long Island who was $4.6 million in debt on gambling on DraftKings and FanDuel. He was taking out credit cards and buying kids lunch and placing bets for them on the betting app. So now you have a youth that can't watch a game without putting any money on it, so it's killed the complete love of just being a spectator of the sport. Now you have these guys in the NBA who are criminals to begin with, and now they start gambling on basketball and baseball. Look at Close on the Cleveland Indians. He's banned from baseball for the rest of his life because you can bet on if a guy's going to throw a strike or a ball, and it was that small. Vegas and the FBI will catch you. You cannot outsmart Vegas, and you cannot outsmart the FBI when it comes to cheating, shaving, or gambling. And Donald Trump is coming for the NBA. Stephen A. Smith said it on ESPN's First Take today. He has insider information that this administration will be going guns blazing after professional sports to try to clean it up. This is a bad, bad look for all of professional sports. This is the biggest integrity scandal the league's seen in decades, and it's not over. Chauncey Billups and Terry from the Heat will have their day in court, but the NBA's got to look in the mirror, man. Drop your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. Are you still trusting professional sports? Do you still want to watch knowing that they're cheating all the time? This is the biggest scandal I've ever seen in professional sports, and I've said this before. Why has the steroid finger never been pointed in the NFL? Why has the steroid finger never been pointed at the NBA? We've all heard baseball. Congress even got involved with baseball. A congressional hearing with Rafael Palmeiro, Mark McGuire. They sent these guys under the hot lights in a congressional hearing, okay? So now it might be time for Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, and the NBA guys that run it, DraftKings, FanDuel, all these companies, to go in front of Congress and start answering some questions. Because I'll tell you this, the only thing I literally get enjoyment from is spectator sports now. The movies suck. TV shows suck. They keep recycling the same old shit, and when you become my age, hey, it's all the same stuff that you're watching after a while. So the only thing that I get to watch, and you know what? It's all about merit sports. Only the best play. Nobody plays because their daddy is somebody. Nobody plays in professional sport because they have a certain opinion on a certain issue, okay? You play because the best play. And that's what I find best about professional sports, is that you're seeing the best of the best in a fair contest go up head to head. And guess what? It's not a fair contest anymore, guys. And what we're watching is starting to become the treatment, and you've lost the NBA and professional athletes. Guess what, guys? You got people like me, right, that are always going to watch, and I'm going to be covering this scandal. I'm going to have a full-blown expose episode later today on this NBA cheating scandal because we got to get to the bottom of this. But I wanted to jump on here. I wanted to give you my thoughts. Just a free flow of thoughts right here. New York Minute Sports. I'm going to have you covered, guys. Also, remember, we're going to be doing the New York Knicks post-game show every night after the game. Don't forget to catch my Jets post-game show with the Aaron Glenn post-game press conference, which is always good. Don't forget to check out our merch launching in December, guys. It got pushed back to December. We're launching the merch angle, but I'll be here covering the NBA scandal all day. Keep it tuned right here. Put your notification button on. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if it can't be good, be bad, baby. Bye.